Hello, I'm Dominic Walker, JMW's inside man. Ben Mather is my guest. Ben is a paralegal within JMW's cycling department called Twisted Spokes. Now, Ben, exciting news in Manchester, where you and I are both based, is that there's a new cycle hire scheme that's being introduced. Tell me a little bit about it.
Yeah, it's called the B Network Cycle Hire Scheme. It's part of Transport for Greater Manchester's wider plan to make Manchester the UK's first carbon neutral transport city by 2031. Sorry, it's a cycle hire scheme for both manual pedal bikes and e-bikes. It works using docking stations. So you go to a docking station, unlock a bike using the Beryl app. You cycle for as long as you want, and then you lock the bike back up at the docking station. Now, the scheme was launched to the public last week. It's still currently in its trial phase. So there are 3 docking stations across the city with about 120 bikes in circulation. But the plan is, if that's successful, for the scheme to launch across the city by summer 2022 with approximately 1,500 bikes in circulation. I think there are a number of benefits to this scheme. I think it increases cycling usage and reduces reliance on cars and other motor vehicles, which is obviously great for the planet. It's also a low-cost mode of transport. The approximate cost for a 10-minute journey is around £1. An hour's journey, £3.50. So that the cost benefits are there. It's also got the potential to be very convenient. Now, obviously, it's only in the trial phase at the moment. But when the full scheme is launched, the plan is for a docking station every 300 to 500 metres across the city. It's estimated that around 200,000 Manchester residents will be within 5 minutes walk of a docking station. So really convenient where to start and end your journey.
Ben, we hope that cyclists won't get injured when out on a bike. But if they do, can they claim compensation?
They can, yeah. I think the first thing to say is that, we here at JMW believe that cycling is a safe and reliable mode of transport. And hopefully this scheme will improve sort of awareness and safety for cyclists. But we do appreciate that there are risks and accidents can and do happen. If you have been involved in a cycling accident that wasn't your fault, you can claim compensation. That compensation is split into 2 parts. The first is compensation for the injury itself. So that reflects the pain and suffering that you've had as a result of the injury. Obviously, the more serious the injury, the higher that award will be. The second part of the compensation is for financial losses associated with the accident and the injuries. So say, for instance, you've had to take time off work and suffered unpaid leave, damage to your bike or other property, if you've had to have family members or friends care for you, if you've incurred travel expenses, anything like that can also be claimed if you've been injured.
And so, Ben, if a cyclist does have an accident, what should they do?
Well, I think firstly, obviously the priority has to be making sure that you're okay. If you need medical assistance or anything like that, that should absolutely be the priority. If you're fit enough and you're okay at the scene, then the next thing I would recommend is gathering evidence at the scene. That can often be crucial later on. So things like taking photographs, vehicle registrations, contact details for witnesses, anything like that. I think once you've done that, the next step would probably be to seek legal advice from a solicitor about whether you have the prospects to bring a claim. Now, our specialist cycling team at JMW, and we deal with an array of cycling related claims. We deal with road traffic accidents involving cyclists and other motor vehicles. We deal with claims for e-bikes and e-scooters. We deal with claims for cycling accidents caused by potholes and other road defects, and even accidents caused by faulty bikes. So we really do have a wealth of experience to deal with all kinds of cycling queries. I think as well as putting the client first, generally one of our main aims in the cycling team is to get cyclists back out on the bike as soon as possible and making sure that they have the means to do so. So I think JMW Twisted Spokes is well placed to field any queries from cyclists who've been injured.
Ben, thank you very much for your insight. And if you'd like to contact Ben or the team at Twisted Spokes, you can email insideman@jmw.co.uk or call 0161 82 81 999. I'm Dominic Walker, JMW's Inside Man.